What up, YouTube? It's your boy Zulu Gutter. Like, share, subscribe. I am going live in the wee hours of the morning. I was peacefully asleep, woken up out of my sleep to some foolishness. Um, of course, it was a BW called me about 3, 4 hours ago on some foolishness. It had nothing to do with me. I was getting a call for assistance or for aid, and what was going on was pure foolishness. Um, it was a failure to follow instructions, right? Now I knew something was up because this morning when I reached out, I never got an answer. I didn't get an answer until this evening when I got off work, had my shower, ate my dinner. Um, so I'm like, cool, you know. Supposedly she was out working this evening, side hustling. So I'm like, cool. But it was. I found it odd this morning when I reached out this morning. I never got an answer. And normally every morning I do a check, say, hey, what's going on? What you doing today? And then get an answer. So while I'm in my sleep, I'm getting these texts about being approached by the police. Now I never did. I was never able to respond to the text because, like I said, I was asleep. So I woke up and looked at the text, and I text back like, "What's going on?" And she was like, "You late?" It was like 3 hours ago, and uh, so I said, "What happened?" She got pulled over. So I said, "Why?" And no particular reason, like no speed or nothing like that. So I'm like, "Well, you got pulled over. What can I do?" You know what I'm saying? Especially that I sleep in the evenings pretty much earlier than most people. I'm rarely up late. I work long hours. I work 6 days a week. But then it hit me that you're moving about too much at night, period. And this is the thing with the BW. A failure to follow instructions, no structure. Uh, it was clearly no structure when this morning I didn't get an answer when I reached out, which is outside of routine. And then you're moving around at night, uh, claiming you're working or side hustling, but actually, in all actuality, you probably had done too much moving around, period. Um, we had that discussion before about getting up early in the day, early in the morning, uh, preferably 6 o'clock, get yourself together, get yourself something to eat. You need to have to jump on other people when it comes to starting the day off. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's how I start my day. And that's what it is. No structure, no no following instructions, and doing what you want to do, and impulsive behavior. They really are grown kids, man. I have denounced American Westernized women. I've been told y'all I was on my last black woman. Got rid of her a few days ago or so. Now I'm probably have to rule out concubines and women that you have agreements with because to some degree they still have to follow instructions and follow structure. Now, thankfully, I was asleep, and that's why I go home when I get off work and I unwind. I check my house out, inspect my house, look through right the house for tasks, If I don't work out in the evenings, I go straight into taking a shower, getting something to eat and relaxing. Most mornings I work out before I go to work. I don't party. I don't club. I'm not into the nightlife. I've been out of the nightlife for 10 plus years since I've been probably in my early 30s. Like I left the nightlife alone. I don't like to meet women in the nightlife. I don't like to meet women in bars and clubs, parties, events that take place that have you out past 12. I just don't do it. I don't go to those kind of scenes anyway. Um, so, and I don't sleep with women at my job. So, the places I like to go, farmers market. Of course, everybody likes to shop. Department store, grocery store. I do stuff with my daughter. I take her many places, different things for her to do. Science, kids science museum, kids libraries, play places. Of course, she goes shopping with me. We go to the park. We go to dog parks. We go to pet stores. We do it all. Um, Occasional wine tasting. Those are the things I like to do, man. I don't like to do anything that really revolves around some type of bar setting, club scene, club atmosphere. It's just not me. Uh, and I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I may sip a little bit. Every 2 to 3 months, I have an occasional drink or so. But it's just like you can't make these females understand protocol. They want to do what they want to do. Uh, they get antsy, they get itchy, they get ready to jump around. If I and they be free. They're not even locked up or anything. They be free. They Monday through Sunday, they're living life. They're free. And then when that one instant, uh, it's like they run out of a cage and go do something that you like scratching your head, like, why did you go do that? And they just be like they want to do something. So here I got one that moves around at night. Um, Instead of going in, wants to move around at night. Now I'm figuring out why I can't never get this person up at 6 in the morning because this person's moving around about at night, and then got pulled over and wants to call me and cry about it. I don't want to hear it. you know, I got kicked back for trying to explain to you the importance of being up at 6 in the morning, Monday through Friday, in some cases on Saturday, and being in at night, preferably being in somewhere between 8 and 9. Especially on a weeknight. You're pushing the envelope being out past 10 o'clock on a weeknight, especially on Monday. So I'm to the point to where, like, and this is a concubine, right? This is somebody I made stuff real simple and easy for him. I made it easy for us. I ain't really tripping on a whole lot. But this is just a sign of that why it needs to stay this or be deleted. More than likely, in the next 2 weeks, this is gonna be deleted. You know, like I said, I was doing somebody a favor. Somebody came to me that I knew I'm doing them a favor. This was nothing that I really needed, but I proposed it um, just to do it because it felt like it made sense at the time. But then I don't need nobody calling me when they get pulled over. I don't have these kind of problems, you know. And I'm in the works of getting my Ethiopian situation together. So this was supposed to be some pastime, but it's looking like it's gonna be a problem. So I'm sitting up here with the realization I got some frequency music playing in the background. Gonna go back to sleep, but I thought I'd go ahead and do this stream, and just let y'all guys know where I'm at. Um, Zulu has checked all the way out of dealing with the American black woman and American women in general. In any westernized country that's similar, I have checked out. I am 42 years old. I have no time for the characteristics and attitude of American women. I do not. Do I want a servant or a slave or a woman just 100% subservient to me? No, I do not want that. I just want a natural male female dynamic interaction and role based systems, some culture and traditions, some respect between the two, some cooperation and teamwork and helpmate. This modern society has got so many distractions and philosophies and ideals, and especially when you start getting to empowerment and equality and uh, men versus women, that you can be the most hardworking, productive, respectful, trying type of person, and you can't get no breakthrough with dealing with these females. Like, it's not like you need them. It's not like you're living off of them because, like I said, you be getting your own money. You be doing very, very well. It's just like they just don't recognize how to get on a team and help the team win. And I'm not the type of dude that I'm gonna keep babying somebody up and overlooking and constantly doing for them and taking them under my wing. And I run myself raggedy working hard every day, and I got to deal with some type of emotional problem or some type of verbal exchange. It's not gonna happen with me. And these dudes can call it what they want. They can talk all that stuff about masculine frame and you got to be a man first. And I done done too much problem solving. I done done too much helping. I done helped them out the projects. I put them in houses. I helped them with their credit score. I fed them. I helped them gain weight. I helped them get in shape. Um, I had them for where they didn't have to pay bills. I've done 50-50 with them. You know, I know what my problem is. My problem is I keep trying to pick them. Now, I can admit I'm not the best picker, but then again, here's the thing. Look at the pool of what I'm pulling from, picking from. Now, these guys can say what they want. Whether you're making six figures, you're on your way to being a millionaire or whatever, I can assure you, you think you ain't got no problems. But the thing is, you're paying the cost to be the boss. You have nothing genuine. See, it's okay to pay the cost to be the boss and act like you got something genuine, like you don't got problems, you know. But just be honest about it. You're controlling the hypergamy. I have no time to control no hypergamy with my money and then act like I'm a man. I know what's going on out here. We as men, straightforward thinking and productive, have nothing to choose from here in America or any westernized country that's similar to the mentality here. You have nothing to choose from. It's too much men versus women, particularly women are too many decades in are attacking and blaming and making men guilty. So therefore they're gonna second guess you, undermine you. They've had already too much sex, too many different partners. They're gonna compare you to the last man. The imprint and the experience with those men has turned into mental health and insanity. That's on top of them being women with childlike behavior and they have to be babied up with their emotions and feelings. So you got too many spirits and just too many things that has transpired with them to prevent you from being able to stabilize them. You cannot stabilize them. You cannot stabilize them. You cannot give them structure. You cannot give them instructions. They do not like you. They do not respect you. They do not value you. They do not look at your humanity whatsoever. You are here to serve them. There is no such thing as the four P's with American westernized women, especially the black woman. These women are not female lions. These women all are hyenas, all of it. And when I say you may have 0.1%, that's what it is. My concubine will probably be fired in the next 2, 3 weeks. And she will be the last dealings I have with one of these type of women over here. I have already started the process, travel to Ethiopia. I've already talked to a family of the female that I'm been corresponding with since 2020, and it is over. And if the Ethiopian chick don't work out, I may try another one, or I may try some other countries in Africa. But I'm gonna exhaust all remedies, because I do know that the way that I'm liberated now, the way that I feel, I will not limit myself to no one female, to no one demographic. It will not happen. My OG told me a long time ago, back about around 2007 or 8, that I needed a foreign woman way back when. This is way back before I even knew anything about the red pill, the manosphere, anything like that. He told me that I would either have that or a white girl. And I argued that man down how much I love black women more than anything. And I held on and I held on. And this stream doesn't even come from no heartbreak or no type of relationship type drama or nothing. It just comes from being annoyed. I don't need a phone call 9, 10 o'clock at night when I'm in bed after I done worked 10 hours already today. And I chose to come home, take a shower, and get something to eat and be in the house like a normal person versus somebody who's out at night moving around, getting pulled over by the police and calling me. What can I do? I don't need that. I really don't. I got tired of the female I was in a relationship with calling me 11, 12 at night with something going wrong over her house, and I got to get up and go over there. And, I can't get the simple respect that I deserve when I ask for something on my own. I couldn't ask for a meal, certain things I couldn't ask for. It was a problem, it was a discussion. It turned into a debate. But when somebody needed something from Zulu, from the female aspect, being the man to go over to problem solve and take care of something, I was doing that. But I'm not doing that no more because it goes unappreciated and doesn't go reciprocated. And I'm not valued as a man. You go where you're celebrated. And these dudes, they do their little dating streams, they do their little group panels, and they do their little forums on what manhood is and being a man and this and that, but they're not telling you that it's all because they have acquired a certain amount of finances that the female's hypergamy is in check. It has nothing to do with them genuinely having a woman who wants to be with them and care for them. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. When these guys are struggling, they have problems. As soon as they get on their feet, they don't have problems. What does that tell you? It's pay for play. You may have that one that may have somebody who stuck with them from the beginning, excuse me, to the end. Yeah. Y'all bear with me, man. This allergy season has been crazy. I'd have been to the doctor and everything. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta let it pass. But I've been having real bad allergies as of late, especially with the weather. It'd be hot one minute, cold, raining. It's North Carolina weather. It's kind of crazy. Um, Usually when the weather settles, it stays hot like it's supposed to in the summer. My sinuses clear up, but then it'll rain, cool back down. When that cold and rain comes, sinuses go back crazy. So I try to get this summer to kick in officially. It's like stay hot. You feel me? But yeah, I have denounced American women and westernized women, especially the black women. I will not be having no further dealings with them in the next 2 to 3 weeks. My concubine is out just because she got on my nerves, not because I'm having drama, but because I don't answer phone calls when you getting pulled over at night on Monday night when you should be in bed or in the house looking at a TV show at least. Don't have time for that. You know, I really don't. I'm not taking care of them no more. I'm not coming to their aid. I'm not problem solving. I'm definitely not affording them any type of financial benefits. None of that. It is over. It is over. I advise you guys, you guys want to keep dealing with IG models and social media intense women who's constantly exposing themselves. If you want to deal with women that's always taking in anti male rhetoric and making a black man a poster child for everything, if you guys want to keep dealing with women who don't respect you, who don't respect your word, your conversation, your instructions, your advice, uh, that they want to do what they want, that they'll, in a moment's notice, go listen to somebody else's opinion. They'll go outside of your relationship, they'll go outside of your household and go listen to somebody else's opinion and bring their energy and opposing force back to you. Go ahead. Uh, and besides, the American black woman is the most traitorous creature on the planet. You know, I've been holding my tongue on that. A lot of guys don't want to talk about that. When you go from slave ships through Jim Crow, civil rights with the black man, and then right shortly after civil rights, when other groups get in on the civil rights, uh, the feminism, the other races, and then the emergence of the alphabet group, and everybody's clinging to the concept of civil rights that was fostered and created by black men and with the efforts of both black men and black women working together. Now all of a sudden black women have become a special needs group with their own specific needs. How was that possible? How was that possible? And all of a sudden put black men in conjunction with the white man in the feminist movement and blaming patriarchy for their problems. Like there's one type of patriarchy. I try to tell people like, what is this patriarchy shit? Where does this shit come from? Like, do you not understand there's more than one patriarchy? You got good patriarchy and bad patriarchy. You got different types of patriarchy, but all of a sudden you just want to group them all in one and say patriarchy. Patriarchy is bad. And it is proven matriarchy isn't doing shit. So I don't know, man. And it's not changing. It's gotten worse. Every time they do an interview, you see how they talk in interviews. Uh, Public media, you see how they talk. It's not changing. They are not changing. They are not humble. They are not practicing the equality that they claim that they're looking for. You guys deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? On top of them trying to spend up your money, um, wasting your money, you'll never be able to do group economics with them, build with them. And then dudes is talking about you should want to build with a woman no way. Well, what the fuck is she there for? Yeah, initially you have to start building, but she's there to help to do something. So so you just gonna put her on your back and just do every goddamn thing, and then claim that you got shit under control and that you got something real. Yeah, I've checked out, man. I told y'all I wasn't playing. I was on my last American Black woman. I was dead serious, but dead serious about it, and it's not gonna get no better. You continue to look at TV, continue to look at all your social media, continue to look around where you're at. And it's not just the hood chicks, it's the college educated chicks. I had a brother, he's in a fraternity. Him and his wife graduated, they got their degrees in their careers. And by all means, this was a fair skinned, in shape black woman that he was married to with two kids, and they split up about a couple weeks ago. And I was trying to get him to go explain to her. It's like, hey man, you might want to go talk to her, man, because being a single mother with two kids, and then she's gonna put you in a position where other dudes are gonna be around your kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So she has to be careful with that. She also has to understand that she's not gonna move to the top of the dating pool. You know. And when I first met this woman, I would have never thought that he would have that problem that fast. Because I didn't know the dude long. I've only known him like a couple months through work. You know what I'm saying? Doing conducting business, and honestly, it bothered me. I feel bad for the brother. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you see this woman is the ideal woman, the most ideal black woman. Light skin, long hair, in very good shape, two kids, married, college degree, educated. She is splitting her family up, and she is about to take two kids and be out here moving around. And you don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we know how dating turns out for single mothers. It's a lot of single, educated black women out here. It's a lot of older black. Me being 42, I see so many women my age or older. Some of them still got a nice shape, but most of them, got a little weight on them and stuff like that. It's like they really are left over out here, and they're left over because it's them. It's not you. It's them. I'm telling you, uncooperative, too picky, too many men in their lives. It's them, bro. I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how much money you get. I don't care what your career is, how much success you having right now. It's not gonna get any better. You know, I have built myself up to put myself in a comfort zone, and I'm trying to maximize on it. And I've done this by myself. I cannot include one of them. They will only bring me down or distract me. You know, I got this frequency music over here playing. I will be going back to bed. But I just come to the realization that I got to keep operating by myself. This is how I got here. This is how I bounced back in 2020 when my child's mother split up our home. This is how I bounced back, and I had to pay two rents all of 2020. You understand what I'm saying? I had to pay two rents, all my bills and two rents, pay off some credit cards, build my credit score back up. My credit score wasn't bad, but it went down a little bit because of her. But I managed to recover from that. And then um, I went from a pay cut to bouncing back to making 4,500, 7 grand a month. Now I'm at 7 grand and 10 grand plus a month. I got my passport summer of 2020. I've been talking to various foreign women since 2020. I've only tried to deal with the women over here because I'm not alphabet. I'm not gay. And I only went monk mode back in 2020 for 7 months to boost the finances. But I can't, I'm not gonna be out here and not sowing my royal oats from time to time because I work too hard. I deserve a reward, So I try to run up on a female, you know, get to know and try to have something from time to time. But here, at this point where I'm at, it's a bad policy. It's a bad policy. And I can only tell you the stories of where these females come from. They may look good, may be thick, may have ass, or they may be in shape. They may have whatever shape or whatever attractiveness that they have when I meet them. But there's always the real them that comes out, and there's the backstory. You know, these women really are nothing but concubines, and even then, like if you want to deal with one on a concubine level, you're gonna have to ignore her and only go around her when you want to go around her. Just like the one that I have now. I haven't been around her 3, 4 days. I can go over it literally every night if I want, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not what I want. I don't want that company every night. I like to come over here to my own spot, my own peace. I don't need nobody asking me for something, hollering and screaming at me, crying about something, telling me about somebody else's business, telling my business, trying to tell me what to do, question me, trying to define what I am as a man. I don't need that. I really don't. I need a helpmate. I need a team player, and I need peace. Somebody to relax me and bring me peace and help me calm down from the day. Nourishment and nurture. That way, it keeps me recharged. If I got to go out here and work hard, go to war, protect, I can do it. It balances out. These creatures are so selfish. My OG from back in the day used to always call them disturbed creatures. So my OG used to call them back in the day. This is back about around 2009, 10, uh, all the way up to 2013. He called them disturbed creatures. Now I understand. Yeah. So yeah, man. Your boy has denounced. I have denounced anybody in the manosphere who will see this stream or whatever. Yeah, I don't care what you say, and I want all the smoke. You know, because I can do what I want to do. Each man has the right to do what he wants to do. Nobody can tell you what to do. Never let no other men try to shame you or question what you're doing. If you're taking care of yourself, if you're doing good for yourself, and you got options, and you decide something's better for you, then go ahead and do it. I never understood why guys had an issue with any man getting passports. I never understood that. Now, if you tricking from coast to coast, you know, that's not a good policy. But if you're out there and you're just traveling to experience and then you do meet the women to see the difference in women versus where, you originated at, nothing wrong with that. You should be able to sample, what I'm saying, different cultures and women of the world. There's nothing wrong with that. Making the immediate accusation of somebody's passport tricking, that's some bullshit. I told you guys, man, the whole manosphere is created in a reaction and response primarily to the women of this nation. But then these guys also get mad at you like they're the broads of this country when you decide you don't want to deal with the women in this country anymore. You know, but the truth of it is that if you do that, you may find answers and you may not need their consultations and their seminars and to subscribe to their dating channels, or their version of what you should be listening to as content. So you're really a threat to them when you decide to figure out, well, I don't want to be a player. I don't want to be a pimp. I don't want to be a Mac. I don't want to run through or thumb through women of this culture like that. You may be that guy that just wants one woman and want to start a family. And you just know you can't do it here. So you go somewhere else. Has nothing to do with you wanting to travel for sex and you don't got game and you want to go somewhere where it's easy or you want to take advantage of a poor country. Man, these women over here so broke and so goddamn poor. You got third world conditions over here that don't make no sense. I don't know why these dudes think America is so rich and so luxurious. I can take you in any neighborhood, in any town, city, or state, and it's gonna look like a slum. Believe that. But you are wasting time over here. And that's just me just talking about the women here and why you should avoid them, why you should use your passport, why you should research the countries you want to go to that has the culture and tradition that you're looking for so you can find a female with the role-based system that will complement you. You should research it first. I've researched them. I've researched various African countries. Only reason why I haven't chose any Asian countries or the Caribbean is because the Caribbean itself is too westernized for me. Yeah, the women there are different and they do have a role based system, but it's still too westernized for me. And then Asian women, you know, uh, too skinny. Very few Asian women, what I'm saying, have the features that I want. I still need a little bit of yam. You feel me? I gotta have some yams. So that's why I chose Africa. Africa still has the beauty, has the shape of the woman that I want, has the cultural tradition and role based system, value system that I'm looking for. I'm still open to the other places. It's just that's primarily where I'm gonna be at. Uh, what else? Yeah, and hypothetically, I would never get married on U.S. soil. So if I were to get married, it would be in the country of the woman that I select after I research the laws of that country, primarily divorce laws and stuff like that. Because the U.S. will recognize the marriage in that country so long as done by the officials of that country, and then they have to abide by those laws when dealing with any issues you have back in the U.S. with your wife. So you guys, I'm giving you some game. Excuse me, but yeah, do yourself a favor, man. Uh, get your passport. Look at the women of the world. Do look at beauty, but look at the culture first and foremost to find out the culture, tradition, roles, and value system, and then match it up with yours. And also, you know, go over the marriage laws, divorce laws of that country before you decide to try to experience a potential mate from that place. Now, if you want to travel or you just want to freelance and you want to smash a chick here and there, cool. I get that too. Yeah, you don't have to be a trick to do that either. You can just, you know, you can go on your dating sites, your foreign dating sites, or you can go on Tinder and you can connect with a female there. You can go travel and go see her. So that way you ain't tricking. You just built up a correspondence, a rapport with her. And you go see her. I wouldn't be on Tinder though. I would find some other dating sites. Some of these sites you need to stay off of, man. Tinder, Bumble, all that shit. If they're on those sites, they're westernized. Uh, Me, I went on Afro Introductions. That's where I went on. You got plenty of bride sites, but I went on Afro Introductions. That was my thing right there. But I quit. Zulu Gullah quits. The American westernized woman, especially the black woman, done with it. 42 years old. I checked out. Best of luck to you guys. I advise you to leave America alone except for your money and if you have kids. Do what you got to do to make your money and take care of your kids. Leave these women alone. They are a nuisance. They are dangerous. They are trouble. They are stressful. And they are a distraction. And they care nothing about you at all. They do not listen to you. They do not care what you say or think. They only go to drift and be left over. They may get by, they may maintain, they may do paycheck to paycheck, but they're not going to be able to function in true success, in true future movement. And a lot of them going to be in disarray. So um, you guys be careful, man, because these YouTubers and content creators and dating coaches, not only are they keeping you on the plantation trying and trying and trying and trying to master this foolishness that needs to be discarded or avoided altogether. But they're not preparing you for what's going to come, not just the issues of women, but the economic hard times and possible fallouts. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, take care of yourselves out here. And it is really more important than women because it's some real stuff that's about to happen. But right now, we're discussing the biggest distraction you're going to have as an American man right now. The American woman is off limits. I don't know how to tell you guys how to go about it. I know how I'm going to go about it, but they're off limits. You guys do what you want. This ain't no simp shit. This ain't no inability to be a man or whatever. It is pointless at this point to even use them as recreation to get a turn. It is pointless. You guys be careful. It's your boy Zulu. Go like, share, subscribe, comment. I am out, and I will catch y'all next time.